San Francisco. Good morning. We have reached our time of prelude music. I'm going to invite the one and only Miss Jessica Raum to take center stage. This is the music that we play to get you to get your butts upstairs. We'll travel the music, if you will. Fine. All right, so welcome, ladies, gents, and those who choose not to choose because you're too fabulous to be contained. Jessica Raum.
There's something in the wake of your smile. Pent up emotions cast a look in your eyes. Yeah, you wanna help, but just don't know where to start. There's a aching and a yearning in your heart. Listen to your heart. Love is calling to you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing better to do. Think about where you're going and your reasons why, and listen to your heart before you take a side. Sometimes you wonder if this fight is worthwhile, with precious moments getting lost in the tide. Yeah, they've swept away, but it's not quite what it seems. Hang on to that longing, to your dreams. Listen to your heart. To your heart, there's nothing better to do. Think about where you're going and your reasons why, but listen to your heart before you take a side. Listen to
Jessica Raum. Don't go anywhere. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Good morning, Unity San Francisco. How are we today? This is the crowd participation part of our programming. Good morning today. Good morning. We are at 11 o'clock. Woohoo! Hey, family. Hey. All right, we are starting our service. Welcome to Unity San Francisco. Whether you've come into the room or you're on Zoom, you are welcome here. My name is Misa Malone, and I am your minister of music. It is my honor and my pleasure. Thank you so much. And we're going to start the service with a rousing but beautiful opening song featuring Jessica Raum.
What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sails? I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? Today, if I were brave, what would I do today? If I were brave, what would I do today? If I were brave, what would I do today? If I were brave, if I refuse to listen to the voice of fear, would the voice of courage whisper in my ear? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'll never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? I am brave. What will I do today? 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 I am brave. I am brave. I am brave.
Jessica Raum!
It's Jessica Raum. Woo! Thank you, Jessica. It's so good to have you back. Yay! Oh, fabulous. And we have a reading. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unity San Francisco. We are so glad to see you. I am overjoyed to be here today because it is a beautiful day in the city. It is a beautiful day in our consciousness. We affirm that. It's a beautiful day in our consciousness, right? Yeah. Absolutely. And wherever you are in the world, watching us and listening to us right here and now, we know that you are truly brave. Brave to be ready for your soul's unfoldment. We're going to do a reading today from the Daily Word. The Daily Word is a reflectional journal, magazine, inspirational, and it's been around for over 100 years that Unity has published the Daily Word. And Misa is going to read to us today. Let go and let God.
Reading from Thursday, May 15th on page 26, if you care to join me. There is a time for effort, a time for striving, a time to try to make things happen. But after I have given myself to the pursuit of a goal, I must recognize when the time comes for me to withdraw from worldly effort, to let go and let God. This is a wonderful act of empowerment, a declaration of trust in the presence and power of God, and in my trust that this presence and power express at the point of me. I can relax, knowing I need not rely upon my human efforts alone. I listen for my guidance and move forward when the time is right, believing with understanding faith the right opportunities will present themselves in accordance with divine timing. I let go, let God, and feel abundantly blessed. Our affirmation: I let go and let God, trusting in divine timing. Can you know that with me? I let go and let God, trusting in divine timing. And so it is.
Let's take that to our opening prayer. The prayer chaplains will surround us, and Spirit surrounds us right here and now. So I invite you to get settled, to let the chair you're sitting in fully hold you, to let go of worry and concern about what happened or didn't happen in this day, to let go of control, to let go of controlling, to let go and let Spirit. Right here and right now, you have everything you need. You are comforted, you are supported, you have all the air you need to survive, to breathe, to shine. So we take this moment to fully be present. To be present to what is, but more important, to be present to Spirit. For we have been drowning out the still small voice, talking over the call of Spirit, of God, turning a blind eye to the vision of our heart. And in this moment, in this very breath, we can renew, we can shift, we can allow the world to unfold in magnificent ways, and we can choose to go with the flow and go on the journey of life. Every time we feel ourselves contracting and holding back, we can breathe into the center of our being and know that Spirit is taking us to places far beyond our own imagination. We can breathe into the center of our being and know the truth that when we let others do their work, we are free to do ours. And we can breathe into the center of our being and know that we are not a human doing. We are human being the light, being the presence, being the love that the world so needs right here and now. So as we breathe today, as we shine today, as we move today, we do so at one with Spirit. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in this world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though we may be parted, there is still a chance that we will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me, shining until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary sings to me, singing words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Singing words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Singing words of wisdom, let it be. And so it is. Oh, thank you. Aw. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask Tyler to join me on stage. Hi, Tyler.
Good morning, Misa. Good morning, Unity San Francisco, to everybody here in the sanctuary, but everybody online as well. Good morning.
Tyler, can we hear you
Right?
online? We're good. We're good,
All right,
Tyler.
good
You're
morning,
good.
everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here to celebrate with us.
Indeed, indeed. Lots going on this month.
Yes,
Lots going
it is
on
a
this
brand
month.
new month, the month of May.
Yes, may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you as
My
well.
nerd is showing,
Right,
yes.
right.
Die hard Star Wars. Star Wars over Star Trek. Sorry. I'm backing away.
Yes, and in the Star Wars saga, there's that belief that the divine or the universal presence, the life force is within all of us and we can sense it just as easily as breathing, right?
And some of us can actually use and apply it. Does that sound like unity?
Right, right.
Sounds like unity to me.
But I also wanted to say that May in America is the month for mental health awareness. And so I just want to say that for me, on my mental health journey, there's been many different tools that I've used, but one of them is mindfulness, meditation, slowing down my thinking, getting back into the present moment, instead of the worry mind, noticing what my body is feeling. These are tools that are part of that emotional intelligence that I've been learning for 18 years in the New Thought movement. So thank you for being a part of my mental health journey and the part of, since 1949, America acknowledging May as Mental Health Awareness Month is part of reducing stigma and making it acceptable to talk about our own ups and downs. So if anybody needs help, talk to me, talk to anybody around here. We want to support you. It's part of our unapologetically inclusive.
Indeed, it's part of being unapologetically inclusive. We celebrate you however you show up. May is also Asian American History Month. So again, honoring wherever you come from, wherever you came from, however you're navigating this current iteration of your existence, you are welcome, you are honored, you are celebrated at Unity San Francisco.
Yes.
And to anchor that, we have an affirmation. And Tyler?
Yes, I'll say it once, and then I invite us all to say this together. I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Can we know this together? I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities.
And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Misa. I just want to mention that if you're a first-time guest, we are so happy that you're here with us in the sanctuary and everybody online as well. If you're here with us in person, we have a gift for you right here in the foyer. Take a magazine if you like, Unity publication. But if you're viewing online, then please let us know that you're a first-time guest. We'd love to send you a little gift electronically. I want to draw your attention also to the Sunday Bulletin. If you haven't received a Sunday Bulletin, just raise your hand and one of our beautiful ushers will bring you a Sunday Bulletin. And right inside is something that we call the Spiritual Connection Card. Please fill out the first half, let us know who you are and how you found out about Unity. And we're going to return to the Spiritual Connection Card a little bit later in the service. And I want to mention also, we take great pride in giving the opportunity to practice together. This can be in person, it can also be through the online presence on the website, but there's a variety of ways to meditate with Unity San Francisco. One of them is every Sunday morning, there's a beautiful sound meditation at 10:15 to 10:45. It is before the Sunday service, and it's both here in the sanctuary and on Zoom. And then we also have midday meditations. If you want to take a little moment around the lunchtime, Monday through Friday, go to the website, click the Zoom link at noon for a 15-minute meditation. And then also on our website, it is an entire library of curated meditations, those little playlists. You can choose 5-minute or 10-minute or 15-minute meditations. So those are ways to remember that divinity within you and bring that presence and that calmness back to your life. Now, right after this community song, we're going to be having an interactive meet and greet. So for all of our friends viewing online on other platforms, we invite you to go to our website, click the Zoom link, because right after this song, we're going to have that community meet and greet with all of our friends. But for now, I invite you to stand as you're willing and able. Let's sing together, I release and I let go.
On your feet, because I can't hear you if you're in your seat, if you are able, all right? We took a Ricky Byers Beckwith favorite and put a little spin on it. Let's see how you like it. Well, does it seem nowadays that nothing goes your way and things just never turn out right? Like no matter what you do, it never works for you, and you've lost the will to fight. Sing pretty. So first let me say that there's a better way if you make a brand new start. Come on, y'all. There's good coming to you, and all you gotta do is open up your heart. Now stop and just breathe in. Quit this thinking. Know that you have been abundantly provisioned. Trust and believe that you can receive it. Affirm this with me and say, hey. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife, no more trauma in my life. All that pain I left behind. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife, no more trauma in my life. All that pain I left behind. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Go, go. I release and I let go. Go, go. I release and I let go. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife, no more trauma in my life. All that pain I left behind. Oh yes, I'm only here for God. 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 You sing so pretty. Yes, we have reached our time of interactive meet and greet. Please greet your neighbor with a handshake or a hug. Make sure you say hello to our online family. Happy Sunday.
Oh, let's turn the other way, maybe. Hey, Kate. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Tom. Michael. What? Way back. Camera right there. Way back. Good morning, everyone. So good to see you. Aww. You guys are warming my heart this morning. Good morning, Michael and Stacy, Nancy and Eileen, Annalie. Awesome. Frank says
hi, everybody. Great to see you. Emmy and Kate and Stacy, Michael, Tom, and Annalie, and Lori.
Hey Tom, I bet you're in Hawaii. Are you in Hawaii, Tom? Hey guys. Is this on?
Hi everybody, it's good to see you. Hi Emmy, Kate, Lori, Stacy, Tom, Annalie, Nancy, Michael. Good to see you all. Have a great Sunday.
All right, good to see you guys. How's everybody? Tom and Annalie and Emmy and Stacy and Lawrence. We're going to be turning it back over to Ken in a moment. I think it's about that time.
All right, get up.
We'll see you afterwards.
All right.
All right, so now we're going to have it back at the stage where Ken has our blessing for the children.
Hi, everybody. Woo! Thank you to our band. All right, so it's time for the blessing of the children. And Burke is back in the house. Hi, Berkeley. How are you? And Dorian's hiding behind me, and Roma's hugging me. So we have a blessing for these children and the world's children. It goes like this. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. So if you didn't hear that, hear it from us today. And and if you want to hold in your heart some special children in your life right now, I invite you to think of them, bring them to your mind's eye, and know this with me. Together, you are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. Amen. All right, now we have a special treat. We have the music team to come back before we do the talk and do a talk solo. So the whole music team's coming up, and Misa Malone.
Feel free to dance to this if you like. It has a nice little boppy beat, yes? Luke, why don't you play a little something for me, darling? the way. They don't stop to wonder what the world is coming to. They let something higher reveal the way to greater love. So the truth is telling me, sing a liberation for the ones who are not free. Love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, so we let it wash over us, we let it make us kinder, we let it make us better, we let it be, we let it early in the morning, we let it hold us together, we let it now and forever, we let it be, we let it. Still some cry along the way, walking through the sadness for a world that needs to know love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Yeah. So the truth keeps telling me love's the only answer, and to all humanity we can stay inspired, reveal the way to greater love. Over us, we let it hold us together, we let it make us better, we let it be, we let it now and forever, we let it hold us together, we let it wash over us, we let it be, we let the love wash over us, we let it be. Joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. Wash over us. We let it be. We let it wash over us. We let it hold us together. We let it make us better. We let it be. We let it now and forever. We let it hold us together. We let it wash over us. We let it be. We let it wash over us. It's holding us together. Makes us better. We let it be. We let it now and forever. It holds us together. Let it wash over us. Be. We let it be. Ricky Byers Beckworth, Michael Bernard Beckwith.
I'll take the clicker. Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
You get double the trouble today. So let them. We let them. We let them. We let them be. JD and I started this journey several months ago when he read a book called Let Them, the Let Them Theory, and he sent it to me and said, I think I could do a talk here. And I fell in love with it because it was a combination of all the teachings I have studied in Unity for decades now. And I said, let's do it together and let's make a series.
And as I was listening to Jessica sing the song about being brave, like, we haven't done this before. It is so much easier to just be here by yourself when you've actually coordinating. And
yeah, and I actually had to let him influence what I was going to say today.
And I had to listen to him influence what I was saying today. It was a journey, and you're on it with us now. Welcome. Good to have you. Good to have you on the trip.
Yay! And so we know that this teaching where you may be familiar with it, you may have heard it because it's all over right now.
Literally, it's in the zeitgeist with tattoos, poems, Facebook posts, books, podcasts. Like I almost can't go anywhere without seeing Let Them show up somewhere. And we're going to talk about how to take that and what it can mean for us individually.
And one of the blessings of letting JD interact with me in this way, it's like 10 years we've been here doing this at Unity, 11 years now at Unity San Francisco, and we've never done a talk together. We've done them separately, but never done them together. So it was like, oh, let's do this. Let's dive in. And one of the things he did is he pointed out that the Let Them came from a poem written by Cassie Phillips some 3 or 4 years ago now.
Yeah,
2022. Yeah. So we want to start with the poem by Cassie. It's called the Let Them Manifesto. Just let them. If they want to choose something or someone over you, let them.
If they want to go weeks without talking to you, let them.
If they are okay with never seeing you, let them.
If they are okay with always putting themselves first, let them.
If they are showing you who they are and not what you perceive them to be, let them.
If they want to follow the crowd, let them.
If they want to judge or misunderstand you, let them.
If they act like they can live without you, let them.
If they want to walk out of your life and leave, hold the door open for them and let them.
Let them lose you.
You were never theirs because you were always your own. Let them. Right? 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 And that is the essence of the teaching. That's why all the songs we've sung already today in service have the same message. Let them forget you. Let them so that we can let me. Let them. It's an ancient spiritual teaching. It goes back far beyond what Unity teaches. It goes back to spirituality.
I just heard about this thing called the Let Them thing.
It goes back very far. And I pressed the wrong button. Excuse me. So I'm going to turn it over to Mel Robbins, who's turned it into an industry. But first, I want to say that what she did was to post something on social media. And whatever you think about social media and what it's become, this blew up for a reason. It blew up because there is a longing in the world that this answers. So with that, I give you Mel Robbins.
I just heard about this thing called the Let Them theory. I freaking love this. If your friends are not inviting you out to brunch this weekend, let them. If the person that you're really attracted to is not interested in a commitment, let them. If your kids do not want to get up and go to that thing with you this week, let them. So much time and energy is wasted on forcing other people to match our expectations. And the truth is, if somebody, especially somebody you're dating or who's a friend or somebody you're trying to partner with in business, if they are not showing up how you need them to show up, do not try to force them to change. Let them be themselves because they are revealing who they are to you. Just let them. And then you get to choose what you do next.
Right? So that got viewed 30 million times after she posted it. 30 million times, right? And then she went in and did the research. And she found, now I'm where I'm supposed to be, all the different ways that spiritual teachers across the millennia have been teaching that. In spirituality, in Stoicism, in Buddhism, in detachment theory, in radical acceptance, in philosophy. We have all been hearing different versions of that.
And she became, I believe, the biggest amplifier, although she's not the originator, she is the biggest amplifier, which allowed it to come into our consciousness. And so, for that, we're grateful and appreciative, but we want to go further than what that video clip could do, and we want to look at ways in which it has shown up. I love this proverb. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Just because someone chose to invite you to an argument, you don't have to engage with it.
And doesn't that make sense for what we're going through in our nation right now? Do we have to show up for every argument that they want to pick? No, we let them. We let them pick the fight. But it goes back even further. Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount, according to Matthew, he said, "Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely. Blessed are you. Just let them do it," he could have added at the end. Because that's their stuff, not yours.
Mm-hmm. And even going further back, the Buddha, you only lose what you cling to. You only lose what you cling to.
Hold on. Byron Katie in this century says, when you argue with reality, you lose, but only 100% of the time. Right? And then Carl Jung talks about it this way. What you resist not only persists, it grows. So when we argue with reality, when we join the argument from people, when we fight them when they're saying things that are false, we only are making it bigger. So the teaching is to let it go, to watch it, to observe it, like the thoughts that pass through our mind, that they only grow when we give attention to them and obsess on them. The same thing is with things that happen on the outside. What can we let go of and know a deeper spirituality? The let them theory, as we're going to talk about it, and we're going to express it and demonstrate how it can work in your life, is a tool that you can use to practice, to embed and embody these spiritual teachings on an everyday basis, so that what you want to achieve can really happen in your life.
So let me give you just the basics of the let them theory. You don't have to go read the book. I'm going to give you just the basics of the theory, and we will then give you some ways in which you can apply it. At the very root, it comes from acknowledging that we often experience life with fear. We often experience life with FOMO, fear of missing out, or fear of being disregarded, or being diminished, or being dismissed, or being hurt. And that if we experience life and we choose to, if we have that experience and we choose to act on living life from a sense of fear, that's really, really incredibly limiting. And so the let them theory starts from that place of fear. Now, as Ken and I were debating how to share this lesson, I tried to think of experiences in my own life where fear has been crippling or gripping for me. I've got a lot to choose from. And the one I decided to talk about a little bit today was my departure from Stanford 5 years ago. For those who don't know me and my history, we moved here, moved to California in 2007 because Stanford recruited me away from NYU to launch and create a communications curriculum at the business school. A job I really loved, and I really feel professionally I did some awesome work there. But in 2020, I had an email that I received in January, which eliminated my teaching role after 13 years. And very difficult for a communications professor to get an email letting you know that your services are no longer needed. And I was like, okay, double down. I had an administrative role that I also really loved, and I will pour myself fully into that. And 6 months later, in a Zoom conversation, not even in person, my administrative role went away. And so in 6 months, I lost not one, but 2 jobs at a place that I really, really love being at. And I was scared. I was frightened of how do I provide for my family? How do I ensure? That was not only our financial income, but that was our health insurance. That was our kids' college plan. Like there was so much that I had poured into that role. And so Ken and I together, we talked about not to rush into something immediately, but to take some time to allow myself to go through all the stages of grief when you lose something that you care that much about. And it was difficult. And I tried to keep letting it go, and then I would pick it back up. And I tried to let it go, and I'd pick it back up. And I'm like, oh, I'm over it. I'm all good. Oh, no, everything's fine. No, we're good. It's fine. And then I would see somebody, or I would hear something, or someone that didn't know the news would talk to me about it as if I was still there. And I then had to, yet again, let it go. And I wish at that point in time that I would have had the let them theory. We got through it. I processed it. And even now, we had an incident on Friday where we were at a function. One of my clients, Stanford has become one of my largest clients. One of my clients is the recently retired women's basketball coach at Stanford. And we went to a celebration in her honor where she was going to be delivering a talk that I had helped her with. And I didn't expect it till we were in the parking lot, but we ran into some people that were a part of my departure. And I was like, okay, I have to be with this again. But the let them theory would have really accelerated my processing of that grief. So here are the basic 3 parts of let them. The first thing is you have to recognize that you are feeling less than. You have to recognize that something has happened that, imagine a seesaw, and you're on the bottom part of the seesaw, and everybody else is on the top part of the seesaw. And you're looking up going, wow, they've got it all together. Or I'm not as good as them, or I'm not. And we self-diminish, and we put ourselves down because of something that happened, either perceived or real, and we are in that fear of missing out. We're in that fear space. And so choosing to say, let them, just like the poem shared, let them. They want to run a communications program without the person who founded it? Let them. They want a leadership program that they're going to run with an outdated, old-fashioned leadership model? Let them. And as you say that, let them, the seesaw flips. But you have to be careful. Because now I'm up at the top of the seesaw and I'm looking down on the people who hurt me. And if I stay there, I'm in a position of superiority. The let them can become F them, and can be something that is about me being bigger or better or more important, and that's not a healthy place to be either. And so what Mel Robbins has done from this great work of the poem is to then add to it a second step, which is let me. I first say let them, and that allows me to be out of that shame cycle, but then I get to let me. And that puts the seesaw back in equilibrium, because at let me, I choose. How am I going to respond? What am I going to do? What is my next step? What is it that I can do with this information that gives me agency, that gives me ownership, and that allows me to go out and launch my own business, that allows me to attract Stanford as a client and attract a lot of other firms as clients and do the work that I love to do, but with my own agency and my own ownership of it. And that ultimately is what I did out of that really tough time in 2020 that has enabled us to have some stuff and some opportunities and some places I never would have imagined. Our goal in sharing this with you today is that you can do that faster and with more skill and ability, because we've now got this idea of let them and let me.
Yeah, and the let me part, JD, is so amazing. and hard, right? So I didn't share from platform when we were going through that in the middle of COVID. The upheaval in our lives was tremendous. But one of the things that happened when we let that happen, because we had no choice but to let it happen, right? Fighting reality, right? But the advantage of it is that we were then able to relocate. We relocated up to Marin County, and it's been a blessing for our lives and our family that would have never happened hadn't all that transpired. We could have dug in our heels, but we said, what is greater trying to express in our lives right now? And so that's on a huge scale, right? And that is, I know all of us face life on huge scales like that sometimes, where literally your income, your way of living, your whole existence feels threatened in the moment. And to say let them in those moments is exceedingly difficult. Get that. And always the let me. So let me tell you a micro story of how I ran across this week. I love that whenever I'm giving a lesson, I get to experience it every week. I really do suggest that you just pretend that you're giving the Sunday lesson every week. Choose what it is and see how it's going to interact in your life, because it really shows up in remarkable ways. So as you know, I sit on the board of Unity World Headquarters. I'm the chair of the board, and I got this email a couple weeks ago, and I got into action about it. One of the ministers here in the nation wanted to put out a statement. Unity put out a statement about Donald Trump and about what's going on in our country right now. And he sent me the statement for us to review. And he sent not only the statement that he had crafted, but he also sent a document comparing Donald Trump to Hitler. And he wanted us to put it out there. And I was just like, so I listened, and I thanked him for sending it. And I said I would bring it to the committee, and we'd take a look at it. And I knew somewhere deep inside of me that this is not something that I was going to put my weight behind to put out there, because it was attack. It was blame, it was attacked, it was totally written in victim consciousness. And for those of you who know, I am a big proponent of the 4 levels of spiritual consciousness: victim, victor, vessel, and verity. So verity means oneness consciousness. I give that lesson all the time here. Every year I give it. But this was, everything is being done to people. They have no agency. They're the victims of our government. They're the victims of the Republicans. And it was very, very one-sided. But I sat with it during the week, and I crafted a slightly different response that stood for what I value, that stood for what I believed in, that stood for what I think we could do, that we could step out in the world and what we want to stand for, and how we create a world that works for everyone, no exceptions and no exclusions. And I sent back the draft. And that day, he immediately responded saying, thank you for your letter, but it is totally inadequate. And I would rather send nothing than send what you wrote. And the part of me was just like, well, you. my high spiritual nature just took control of me, and I was like, I sat down and I was gonna type this like, oh, excuse me, I thought we were having a dialogue. My mistake, Ken, and walk off. And I didn't send that email. I waited for a moment and thought, let me demonstrate how this should be. So the next morning I woke up and I did my meditation, and I thought about it and I processed it, and I sat down and I wrote an email that went something like this. I said to this man, you have given me so much. I read your book when I first came into Unity 20 years ago. It changed my life. A book you recommended, I took and made a book study for our whole community. It's called The 15 Commitments of Conscious Living. And one of the things it says in that book is that everyone is our ally. I have been using that book and living from those commitments for the last 2 years. And I have been using it with my board. And I am so grateful to you for what you have brought to me and the very value of your life, right? That I thank you for sending that email. I will still bring this to the committee, and I'll see what the committee wants to do for this statement. Thank you for your response, and thank you for your passion, your energy, and your commitment to this. And he wrote me back almost immediately saying, thank you. I honor you too. I really do appreciate the work you're doing. Let's see how all this works out. And I was just like, oh. So tomorrow morning, I have a meeting with the people, with the committee, to discuss this. And when we don't react and try and win every situation, enter, like the first proverb said, every argument that comes to our doorstep and every argument that comes to our mind, we can choose to let me take the high road here. Let me acknowledge what a gift this man has been in my life. Let me acknowledge the teachings that I hold very dear. And let me acknowledge the journey it takes for all of us to live the spiritual principles in our daily lives. It is not easy. It is not easy to take the high road when people are trudging along the bottom, raking up the muck. But it does us no good to get into a mudslinging contest. Everybody ends up dirty. Right? True. Everybody ends up dirty. And what this was a demonstration of for me was that when I pause, when I take my time, when I acknowledge the value that someone else has brought, even if they're not bringing it at the moment, because they can't see it and they're just as triggered as I am, right? To have the compassion for others, that we're all human beings having this journey. And to remember we're spiritual beings having a human journey. Right? And that clicking, that waking ourselves up, we're not human beings, we're spiritual beings. It's waking me up. We're spiritual beings having this human experience. Let's bring our spirituality to the human experience. Let's bring our spirituality to the practice of interactions with other spiritual beings. And even and mostly when it's hard, to call them up higher, and then celebrate when they hear the call. This is a journey that we have all been on, whether this is your first day at Unity or your 1000th day at Unity. This lesson will not go away until we own it. Mm-hmm. This lesson will not go away until you completely embody it. This lesson will not cease until you can know it like you know the back of your hand. Right? So when you can say, let me take the high road and not feel resentment about it. Let me demonstrate how this can be done, and understand that in that process, you're teaching yourself how to stand in integrity, how to stand in your own strength, how to stand in your true purpose. For you're not here to be little. You're here to be bigger than you've ever imagined.
And with that, Ken, your response was not a manipulation to make that situation go the way he wanted it to go. Your response was, let's get into dialogue. Let's get into connection with one another.
Right.
And so it did not come from an agenda, as you've shared it with me. It came from a true connection,
right, and
which gives it more power.
I love this. I'm coming to grab your hand because I love that. It's like, I forgot this saying. It's like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Right? It's like, if I had sent the first email I wanted to send, it would have felt really good to put in the zinger, oh, I thought we were having a dialogue. But to actually just open a dialogue with him, was a much more useful use of my time and my purpose here in life.
Exactly.
So we only shared half of this poem with you.
But before we do that, don't we want to talk about the rest of the series?
Yeah, we do. So we're going to tease you with there's more to the poem. But I'm going to Unity Village next week. So I have a meeting tomorrow. I'm going to the Unity Village, so I won't be here next week. But it's a 3-part series. So we're going to dive in next week to... It's really easy to have that kind of dialogue with someone who's not in my life on a daily basis and someone you don't have to see. But what about those people that you see every day, those colleagues at work that absolutely drive you bonkers, those colleagues here that drive you bonkers, right? Because we're a spiritual community. It happens here too. And the members of your family who drive you crazy that you can't escape. You can't just say let them, because they're right there with you. Your significant others, your spouses. So JD's going to tackle how we have those difficult conversations with people we can't escape next week.
And it will be so much easier without him in the room. It will be a lot of fun.
And it's Mother's Day.
Coincidentally.
So if your mother is one of those people you feel you can't escape, this might be an opportunity to let her, right? And then to let you. So with that.
And we are going to read the second half of the poem, and we have also copied it. You can get copies downstairs in Harriet Hall during hospitality. But we didn't want to have you read it. We just want you to listen and enjoy the words of Cassie Phillips.
Let them show you who they truly are, not tell you.
Let them prove how worthy they are of your time.
Let them make the necessary steps to be a part of your life.
Let them earn your forgiveness.
Let them call you to talk about ordinary things.
Let them take you out on a Thursday.
Let them talk about anything and everything, because it's you they are talking to.
Let them have a safe space in you.
Let them see the heart in you that didn't harden. Let them love you. Let's take that to our time of meditation. I invite you to get comfortable and to allow the chair to fully hold you. To allow, to let the love pour over you and pour through you. To let the feelings, the hurt bubble up. To let love heal you. Self-love. Self-love. You are magnificent. You are special. You are a gift. And nothing you have ever done and no mistake you have ever made can take that away. Let yourself feel that love. Let yourself know that truth. Let yourself own your worth. You are a magnificent expression of divine life. We see you. I see you. I love you exactly the way you are. Perfect, imperfect, whole, wholeness. Growing, moving, being of love, of light, of peace. Right here and right now, in this moment, I invite you to open your hands, to open your body, to open your heart to feeling all of these things, and to open your mind. Open your mind to let go of all the shoulds, let go of all the hurts, let go of all the judgments, let go of all the regrets. And know that in this moment, I stand, I sit, I exist in the point of power. From this moment, I move. From this moment, I share. From this moment, I choose love. I choose peace. I choose serenity. I choose wholeness. I choose me. I choose me to be the vessel for Spirit's love here on earth. I choose me to be the vessel of kindness. I choose me to be the instrument of change. I choose me to be bigger than I've ever known before. I choose me to be love and action. I choose me. I choose me.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
I let them, and I let me. Namaste. Thank you.
what an opportunity for freedom to realize what I'm holding tightly and I can let go, and applying it to this new idea that the human consciousness is bringing to us, this way of phrasing it so simply, to let them. So thank you, Reverend Ken. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Misa. I want to draw your attention to the spiritual connection card. We have an opportunity to put your intention in motion. We call them spiritual practices, and these are some samples. There's also room on this form for you to put in a prayer request or for you to write your own affirmation. But if you'd like, see if any of these phrases ring true for you. Check the box. We're going to drop this in the offering basket. But this week, I choose to find opportunities to release others. If that rings true for you, mark the box. This week I choose to claim my freedom. This week I choose to protect radical acceptance. And this week I choose how to respond, to mindfully stay calm and then choose how to respond. We're going to drop this in the offering basket. When it comes around, Reverend Ken receives these connection cards during the week, and he holds you in intention and in prayer, declaring and knowing that as you have indicated on the form, it is true for you. Now, I want to also mention that there's a spiritual discussion group that happens every Sunday right after service. All of our friends that are online stay in the Zoom room, but those of us that are here in the sanctuary, if you want to join, grab a little plate of food, join us in the conference room downstairs where the conversation continues of the inspirations that we found from Sunday morning. Another thing that we do every Sunday here at Unity San Francisco is that we draw our attention to time, talent, and treasure. We want to give you the opportunity to realize the divinity within you and then choose to give of your time and your talent, whether it be the hospitality team or the greeting and ushering team, whether it be the various opportunities that we have to meet up with other organizations here in San Francisco. We give you opportunities to let your light shine, but we also ask you to give of your money. Everything that you see here at Unity San Francisco has been funded and donated by people for over 109 years, 106 years. So we invite you to give and support Unity San Francisco, and there's a variety of ways to do that. There's the QR code. It's in your bulletin. It's on the screen behind me. There's also a white envelope in the chair seat in front of you. You can always go to the website, just click the donate link, and for everybody viewing online, we're dropping a donate link in the chat. We appreciate and value you, and we appreciate your giving and supporting Unity San Francisco. We also wanted to invite to come up back to the stage, JD, to let us know why he gives to Unity San Francisco.
Thank you, Tyler. I will.
Yeah.
Thank you. Surprise! There's going to be ice cream after service today. I have arranged for an ice cream cart to be in front of church today, and invite the children are actually enjoying it right now, so they're going to come back to us sugar high, and I invite everybody to get some before or after hospitality. Mr. Nova's ice cream cart will be out there until 1:30, and it is just an example of what I have learned being self-employed. Many of you are self-employed as well. It was one thing to tithe 10% every time I got a paycheck, because the paycheck would come every 2 weeks, whether I worked hard or not. And now that the revenue is based on what's happening in my business, I have to be even more intentional about giving to where I am spiritually fed. This place and this space is one of the many ways in which I'm spiritually fed, and so Ken and I tithe consistently to Unity of San Francisco, but we also look for individuals and other ways in which we can tithe. We made the decision yesterday, as we were preparing the talk, we want to tithe to the poet who wrote the poem that we opened and began with. We think Mel Robbins is probably doing okay without our tithe. She's doing good with six-figure speaking fees, but we want to support Cassie Phillips, and so we look for ways that we can tithe in big ways, like the physical space here, and in small ways with the people who feed and nourish you. And so that is why I give, and an example of how I give calories today.
Nice. Thank you, JD. Thank you, JD. I invite the ushers to come forward. This is our time of offering, and we always anchor the time of offering with an affirmation, and our wonderful music team is going to help us sing our affirmation today.
I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Last time, sing. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive.
Thank you, everyone. Misa's going to join me. We always have lots of opportunities for classes and times to come together and study the teachings of Unity San Francisco and meditation, mindfulness, self-reflection, and self-empowerment. One of those opportunities is Unapologetic Manifestation. This is the new course by Reverend Ken Daigle. He also has his new book that's coming out mid-October from Unity World Headquarters. But those that are joining the class get to also receive the book early, get to have the gallery copy of the book. And this is the second week of the class. It's your last opportunity to join the 10-week course in the second week. So go to the website, sign up today.
Indeed, indeed. Also coming up, we have the fourth in the Discovery series. This one is going to be on May 31st, which is a Saturday, right here at Unity San Francisco. It is the celebration of the rise of Africa. Y'all have to come because I'm not going to be here. I'll be gone celebrating my birthday, and I need you to go so you can tell me all about what I missed. But it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be an amazing event. JD has been working with these fabulous speakers. I got to see some of the little let's just say, a sneak peek of some of the amazingness that's going to be happening. It's going to be powerful. So if you can come, please do. And yes, I will be asking you when I return.
Yes, yes. And it's a partnership with Rugged Elegance, and also the previous meetings are on our website. So go and find out more, and this will be live streamed here in person, but also live streamed. So sign up on the website for more information.
Register for more.
Yes. One of the things that we also have learned is that the work by Byron Katie asks different questions to ask myself, is this really true? And really evaluate, to find ways to uncover my belief system and then decide what I want to believe as a better set of ideas. Now, we're going to be diving into the work of Byron Katie with our own Kristen Brownstone. So join us Sunday, June 8th with Kristen for the work of Byron Katie. A wonderful opportunity to take this practice even further. Go to the website, sign up.
Indeed, it's a powerful, powerful work. We also have Miss Wanda Whitaker, who has been joining us over the last several Sundays. She will be doing a live podcast and award ceremony from right here within this sanctuary regarding culture. So culture connects us. Live podcast and award ceremony. More information is on the website, so please make sure you check into that.
Yes. And we always have our spiritual connection groups. There's a variety. Go to the website, find out more. It's also in your Sunday bulletin. But this week on Wednesday, Gay Men's Spirituality Group with David Montecalvo is going to be meeting. And next week on Tuesday is going to be Spiritually Feminine with Misa Malone leading that group as well. So find out more. Go to the website.
Indeed, indeed. And if you would like prayer, all of our prayer chaplains are fabulous and amazing. You can identify them as wearing the white stoles. They are here to affirm and confirm your pluses, your minuses, whatever it is that you need to hold in prayer. You aren't held in the prayer field. These warriors are here to pray with you and affirm with you. All right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, we want to thank you. It truly takes a village to pull this off every week, from our AV team to our hospitality team, our usher greeters, the ministerial staff. Thank you, JD and Ken.
Yes,
Let's have a round
you.
of applause for them. Right? And again, and also our music team and our band. So I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about our bands. So this week's hospitality is sponsored by JD Schrumm. Last week, I think we had a band sponsorship. So if this is something that you're interested in, please go to the QR code, check in with either Ken or Ryan or one of the other members of staff here for more information. This amazing band, I don't know if you know exactly how amazing it is that we have this caliber of musicians almost every Sunday. But we've got some heavy hitters here. If you haven't had an opportunity to ask them who they've worked with, catch them at hospitality. For instance, did you know Mark Baum has played on almost every Karen Drucker album? Did you know that? You didn't know that, did you? Music royalty. So Mark Baum on bass. Let's wave a hand there, Mark. Then we have Luke Schwartz. Fun fact, Luke has known Arthur since he was 4? 12. Same difference. Luke Schwartz on guitar. Brian Fischler. Brian travels back and forth to New York to perform with names on a regular basis. Brian Fischler on drums. An amazing, amazing touring musician who works with Lena Hall. Tony Award-winning Lena Hall, who also happens to be Carolyn Carvajal's youngest daughter. You don't know the amazingness that's in front of you. And then we have Arthur Koo, a classically trained composer who has worked with, I think I read something, was it Idina Menzel? What? Idina Menzel's keyboard player plays for you every week, people. Did you know that? Amazing. So our band allows us to create this beautiful soundscape for you every week, supporting the message and the mission. And we just want to acknowledge them. So can we just clap for the band? Awesome. Since you're standing, stay there. So this week's affirmation that we're going to carry into this week is we are going to let go, let God, and let them so we can let me, right? Amen. So can we know this together? Let go, let God, let them so we can let me. And in order to let me, we have to be open. We have to be open to whatever may come. So let's sing this together. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open, open. I am open, open. I am open. Let's party. 1, 2, play that song. All right, here we go, everybody. 1, 2, 3, sing. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Judge yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where my book begins. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. My life is still unwritten. Happy Sunday, Unity San Francisco. 1, 2, 3.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Kate, you're back this week. Happy belated birthday. Hey, Stacy, Lawrence, Emmy, Michael. Good to see you all.